What's up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to Paint Party USA. We appreciate you all being here. We have, there's the air horn. This is my lovely wife, Karissa. I'm Devin. Welcome to a very special edition.
Bob.
It's Bob. We're both Bob Ross
I'm
today.
Barb, and that's Bob.
It's Bob Ross Monday on Paint Party USA. Special tribute episode to Bob Ross. Thank you all very much for being here.
R.I.P. Bob.
We sincerely appreciate it. We got a lot to get to. We got a longer painting, so I won't waste too much of your time today. We have our normal stuff. We got to get to, first of all, we are brought to you by Calafino Tequila. Calafino, everybody! A fine crafted, quality tequila.
Made here in San Diego.
Available at calafino.com with the discount code PPUSA. If you use that discount code when you're checking out, you're going to get a nice 25% discount.
It's a great deal.
There is also that in the link above if you forget it.
Right up.
So we want to thank Calafino. We want to thank the Quarantine Network.
Thanks,
quality
everybody.
content for quality people.
Yes.
A lot of cues in that one. So what else we got going on? So first of all, we want to thank all of our viewers for sending in their last project, including our regular viewer for Mortimer Vulcan. We made a guitar, and it was a Wayne's World episode, if you don't remember. Oh, I dropped the nose. So we want to thank Mortimer Vulcan. Somehow found a way to make a guitar vulgar.
So we can't show that.
Can't show that, but we will show your projects if you send us pictures on our Facebook page. Paint Party USA.
The project's coming.
Check out our page, send us some likes, and Karissa's going to give you a little description of our painting today.
I think we're actually going to start the painting and do a couple
start the
steps,
painting.
and then
We're
definitely
doing
have the floor again to tell you guys some current affairs of the week. So we have what is titled here Tangerine Dream. It is a beautiful sunset, ocean, beach theme. Our colors that we're using today are going to be, we have white, blue, yellow, red, and just a little bit of black. And if you don't have these colors or you're using crayons or markers and just a sheet of paper, that's okay too. But these are the primaries, blue, yellow, red, and then a little white and black will go a long way. So I have two brushes. You can use obviously more than that. I have a large brush and a kind of more of a pointed medium or small brush. I'm going to just have you guys party with me for a minute, and we're going to use our smaller of the two brushes first. And what I want to do is just simply draw in our scene for this painting. So I'm going to just start by dipping into the blue, and I want to put my horizon line in. You can just kind of almost locate the middle of your canvas, maybe go a little higher up than that so it's not completely perfectly centered. But when you're ready, take a deep breath, and blue, we're doing as straight as you can, horizon line. And then after that, we only have one other thing that we're going to do as our kind of drawing sketch portion of this. And it's just going to be putting in this little water edge crashing on the beach. So also with blue, down in the bottom right corner, we're just going to put like a little diagonal line. So now you can start to see we have the sky, this portion is our ocean, and then we have just a little peeking beach area.
Step one.
Step one, I'm going to do step two, and then we're going to let Dev talk for a minute. So I'm trading out to my large brush, and what I want to do is make this really pretty tangerine color. You need enough of this color for the sky, and also for this portion in the water. So mix enough for yourself. I'm just using paper plates. That usually works great.
Is that a pretty little sky?
It's a pretty little sky. We're going to make a pretty tangerine. A happy sky.
Bob Ross's show would have been better if he had used the sound effect for mixing colors. This is patented now. This is ours. Shout out real quick to all of our live viewers. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Hi guys.
Hello
Thanks for
everybody.
tuning in. I really want one of those huge, if anyone's looking for any last gift ideas for me, I want one of those huge palettes that he uses and he holds on his hand, except he uses oil paints that don't drip, and these acrylics would definitely drop on the floor. They're more watery. That's the difference, water-based paint to oil-based. Anyways, let's make this color, and then we're going to talk a little bit more with you guys. I'm starting with like 3 or 4 big scoops of yellow right in the middle, and then I'm just going to do a tiny little half scoop of red. The red is a really strong color. Doesn't even matter what supplies we're using. I'm whipping it around. Whip it good.
I have that.
Okay, so what I want to do next here is there's a big portion of this in the sky. And it doesn't touch it because it is wet and it will turn green if we do that.
It's a lovely line.
It's a lovely meal. Happy little lines. Happy little lines. Isn't that something? Isn't it something? Trying to talk like Barb. What would Barb do?
You mean Bob?
I'm Barb. Alright, let's just
be
do
Bob.
some other
Just
little...
embrace it. We are Bob Ross together.
Just doing some other fun little shapes in the sky. Some happy little shapes.
There you go.
And we're going to make some happy little accidents, I'm sure. Okay.
There's a story I heard about Bob Ross getting in a bar fight.
Yeah.
Not appropriate for children. Don't know if I can verify it.
You weren't there, were you?
Just heard it on the internet. You know how it's probably true. But pretty brutal. Pretty brutal.
Okay, guys, I'm just doing this second step with the tangerine colored. This is technically going to be the reflection here. So I just wanted to get that color in while we have it mixed. So in the sky we have this nice big portion kind of resting on the horizon line. You have two funky little shapes up there. Your last step with this tangerine, the fourth step, will be this section. It's actually going to be our reflection that we're starting in the program. So Deb, you want to take it away with what kind of current affairs we have going on?
So yeah, we got a lot going on in the world today and in the bunker. So we got to bring everyone up to speed because we know that's why they are really tuning in. Also, first of all, shout out to the live viewers. Jack called you Blonde Ross, which is actually very funny. I like that.
Blonde Ross.
Yeah, and Ashley, Corey, no, I'm not going to get to everybody. Stephanie, what's up, guys? Thank you.
Hey guys,
Tim, what's up? Indeed, it's a great day, Tim. So thank you all very much for being here. As a reminder, if anyone is feeling generous, there is a link above to send us a little something sweet.
If you're feeling tipsy.
If you're feeling tipsy, don't feel obligated. We have some news for the bunker. A couple of things real quick for news for the bunker. So if my landlord is watching, I suggest you probably mute it or turn to a different page real quick. But one thing that I found to be a universal truth is that sprinklers are best left to professionals.
Ooh.
Tampering with sprinkler systems is best left to professionals, and
So it
that's
didn't
all I'm
work
gonna
out.
say.
It didn't work out so well for us.
That's all I'm going to say. Also, it was very hot in the bunker lately. It's been very hot, but it's now starting to cool down a little bit.
I'm not even really that
So
hot.
that's
with my
true.
wig.
The lizards are still indeed worshiping me as some type of god, or at least a super lizard.
Maybe it's because of your new hairdo.
This is the Bob Ross hairdo I got. This is what we're doing. And also, the price of baseball cards continues to skyrocket on eBay.
You did.
So important news
you
for
thought he
everybody
did
to
some
know.
Damage. He thought he would do
This
some
is
damage on eBay last night.
Dead.
It
Yeah.
was only the total of $9.
Yeah. Well, don't be right.
90 baseball.
Send us money for baseball cards, everybody. But anyway, we also, to let you know, we are both slowly going crazy. And if anyone saw the last episode, the Wayne's World episode, there was a prop in that one, a couch. It is a fine quality couch. And to let everybody know, you have a chance to get a
Come pick
piece
it up.
of Hollywood memorabilia.
Trying to get rid of it.
Actual prop used on the Paint Party USA
We'll
set.
sign it.
Contact me if you're interested. The bidding is going to start at $0. So
You have
let
to
us
come
know,
get it,
guys. So
You
that
will
was
come
news
get
from
it.
the bunker, everybody. One other thing, we've got, as a reminder, we already mentioned, please share and like our Facebook page, which is Paint Party USA. We have some galleries for everybody to share their past artworks and
And also,
See
if
projects
you don't
and-
have time or catch us at the 4 o'clock hour on Monday and Friday, we repost all the videos on Paint Party
all
USA.
the videos are there live.
People keep asking, so we got to keep telling.
Yes. So also we have some news, things we can hopefully agree on, and the first and only thing that I have, actually there's several things, but the red tide is unpleasant. So if anyone is unfamiliar with the red tide, to sum it
Can't
up,
agree on that.
the ocean caught coronavirus, and it's time for it to end. Second news in things we can hopefully all agree on is that the Police Academy movies are underrated.
That's very
It's
true.
an underrated.
I think we can all agree
I'm
on
not
that.
saying they're good. I'm just saying that their reputation.
They're underrated.
Revisit them.
Watch one today.
Revisit them. And then the other thing, and the final thing before we finally let you start painting again, is that gambling on sports that are being played on the ESPN Classic Network is not a good idea. Don't do it. Don't fall in the
I
trap.
had to have him reread that one extra time.
Don't do it.
Don't gamble on
Especially
sports
if
that
you're
are not
watching
you
a
guys.
game that's in black and
No
white.
reruns.
Don't gamble on it.
Because you know the outcome. Too much on the nose.
That's it for me,
That's
folks.
too much on the nose. Alright guys, so we're going to continue on here. We've got a lot of more painting to do. What I want to do next is there is a medium shade of blue. So it's not as dark as the blue out of the bottle. I want to mix a little bit with some white, and you're going to need a lot of this color. We're essentially going to be filling in almost the rest of our sky and both sides of our water. Everything else you see on here is an addition on top. So I'm going to start with probably 3 big scoops of blue, and I'm literally just scooping with my brush and landing it to a new area of my plate, and then 2 scoops of white. So I still want this color to be kind of, you know, not a baby sky blue and not a real dark blue, just something in the middle. So whip it around, whip it good. Okay. So up in the sky, I kind of want to just finish the rest of these gaps here. Anything that's white you see going around my tangerine shapes. And a cool thing to do is just kind of smudge around those shapes with your finger so they're not totally rigid anymore. You're kind of blending with your finger instead of keeping them like geometric, strange forms floating above. Okay, just brushing it on. A little brusharoo. I was watching Bob Ross all day yesterday, trying to figure out how to entertain.
Just anti-Bob Ross. Shaw!
By the way, Bob Ross, reruns on the Netflix.
And also, I was going to remind her, for myself speaking personally, Bob Ross was a great inspiration to me as a kid. I know he inspired a lot of people. And tribute to Bob Ross, if you're watching from upstairs. Namaste. Thank you, Bob Ross.
Thanks, Bob. Bobby Bob.
And if you want to dive down a rabbit hole, try to Google buying a Bob Ross painting. It's not really possible. And
Really?
I'm not even going to go into it. It's a discussion for another time.
Interesting. I
But
didn't
check it.
know
Yeah,
that.
it's very interesting.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yes.
Okay, so
WTF?
Whoa.
Oh.
I want to do both sides of the reflection now down in the water, and I'm just doing nice thick brush strokes back and forth, kind of doing that horizontal brush stroke instead of the vertical. Typically when you're painting a landscape, that's what they want you to do, is paint with the landscape. So landscapes are usually horizontal. Usually, not always. Okay. We're going over. And you can kind of tail some of these little blue pieces into the tangerine. Why not? That looks good. We're creating our own little world, aren't we, Bob?
And Chris, yes, anyone else watching for the record, the Bob Ross is being in a brutal bar fight. That might be a tall tale.
Is it?
That might be how, I have no verification of
We
that.
have no real.
It's like that one
backing
about
that.
Mr. Rogers being like a decorated sniper or something. That there's a lot of internet, you can just start one on a show. This was great. Start an internet myth.
Well, we just started one. You're an internet myth monster. Okay, guys, so I'm just going the rest of the way for my water. I know that's a big section. I'm not sure what size canvas anyone is using, but that's a big section for us. So we're really cruising along here. We like to be speedy in this paint class. We don't have always a ton of time with you, but that is good. Trying to cover up anything white that I see that is left. And then what I want to do next is I want to do a brush rinse. And what the color is that we're going to make next is going to be, I think we're going to do this purpley color. Nope. Yep, we're going to do this really pretty purple color. So we don't actually need to rinse your brush. What I'm going to have you do is take a scoop of that medium blue, kind of land it on a new area of your plate. Going to add a little red to it and a little white. So we're essentially making purple, which is blue, red, and a little white, if you're totally out of the light blue. So use that ratio, start fresh, a little scoop of red, a little scoop of blue, and a little tiny dash of white.
Thank you everyone for tuning in live. And
Yes, thank you.
real quick, as a reminder, coming up Friday, Glow Party 3.0. So it's gonna get glowing in here. So tune in 4
It's gonna be
o'clock on the
fun.
Quarantine
Yeah,
Network.
it's going to be awesome.
And for this particular project, I think we're going to be doing a stencil project
Okay.
with a glow-in-the-dark paint,
We've got glow in the dark
some
paint.
kind,
Well,
any kind of photo-reactive
If
black light
Home
paint.
Depot will actually get it for us, we'll have it. But
We'll see.
they're out of stock when we last checked. So hopefully you have better luck.
We didn't want to drive all the way to the other store.
Why? Why not?
This glow party does.
Okay, guys.
Glow party does what glow party
Hard
does.
to tell, but we have a purple dusting of some clouds up in the background, and then I also have these nice light purple little waves going into the water portion. So let's do the sky first. Using our large brush, we mix some purple. What I want to do is just kind of, I'm lightly brushing on this purple, and what I'm going to do is kind of smudge with my finger. The purple clouds really go all over the place. It doesn't really matter where you put them. We just want a lot of them. It's either a storm coming or going for our sunset here. And I'm really just doing like a bouncing brush motion that is almost a little like circles or kind of like little swooshing brush marks. Swooshing. Okay. And then you can kind of soften it with your finger if you want to and blend them in and make them look like little clouds. Happy little clouds floating on by. That's right.
Happy little clouds.
Okay, so I feel like we have enough purple up here. The next thing I want to do is swap.
That wasn't real. That was actually not real.
Pardon me. It's hard. It's really hard to tell, I'm sure, but I have some of these lighter purple little ripples down both sides of the reflection. And the great thing to talk about is they fan into and overlap the tangerine a little bit. So I swapped over to my smaller brush. I am going to be making more singular pieces of this lighter purple. Maybe I'll lighten the color so you can see it a little bit. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but we're going to be doing this same step with a bunch of other colors.
Denied.
That was a finger slip. Your access is not denied.
Thank you.
But as a reminder to everybody, if we are moving a little fast for you, or if you'd like to check out some of our past episodes and lessons, go to the Paint Party USA Facebook page. Got them all posted on there. We did a fun guitar Wayne's World theme. Got some glow parties. We've got a lot of very cool ocean landscape type things. So check them out. They're all on there for you. You can pause it and work at your own speed.
Right.
Nice little pause. Nice little baby pause. Happy little pause.
Okay. While you're doing that, the next thing I want to do is we'll rinse our brushes. So I have this medium or smaller brush. I think that's probably plenty of the light purple. We'll rinse that out. The next thing I want to do is make a pale yellow. Yes, so pale yellow is going to be white and yellow mixed. We don't need a ton of this color. We're going to just use this as a really nice light reflective in the water. So I want to put in a bunch more ripples. So we're using the small brush again. And we're going nice. You need the paint to be nice and thick on your brush so it actually sticks on the wet paint in the background. You'll see what I mean when you get painting. You really just have to kind of put your brush down and let it go. Otherwise it's going to, if you keep going back and forth, it's just going to blend into the wet paint behind it.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Exactly.
No!
Well, yes.
Yes!
So we can put a bunch of the yellow in front of the, right overlapping on top of the tangerine. This is our brightest color of the highlight in the water. Water has 5 billion glistening pieces, so you can't have too much of this yellow. And I'm just doing kind of fast, little hashy, wavy marks here. We got a lot of them.
As a reminder to everybody, real quick, we always say this every episode. The quarantine that we're all going through is a difficult, kind of unprecedented thing, and we want everyone to be there for each other. My wife and I are having a great time, and as I mentioned earlier, we're both slowly going crazy, and we're in the best position we can
I
be
mean,
in.
just look at us.
Right. It's clearly
Clearly we're
it's
going
getting
crazy.
to us. The point is, there's a lot of people that are not in good situations and not with their best friend or with their wife or someone they like or someone that they're necessarily even safe with. So just be there for each other. Make sure you reach out to each other.
Phone a friend.
If you know someone that's having a hard time, reach out to them. If you yourself are having a hard time, please reach out to somebody. We're here for you, and just spread love, not COVID, and moving on to happy things.
Happier places. Nice.
Yes!
Okay guys, we've got one last color which is just going to be straight blue out of the bottle. And then our last two colors will be this dark navy blue, and then we'll finish all the white portions, okay? Which will be the sun and the clouds up top. So I'm just rinsing that medium, smaller brush one last time, and I'm just using this regular blue out of the bottle. I am already looking at my paint. I know this color is darker than my light blue, so it's gonna show up. And this is where I wanna put these ripples, mostly in this portion. You're not gonna see a ton of that darker blue out of the bottle in this reflection area, just because that's for all the lighter colors. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna stick mostly to the right side of my reflection here with this. And this is where you're gonna put in some low lights on the water. Happy little low lights for everyone. Should we talk about the squirrels? Bob always talks about the neighborhood squirrels.
So maybe his neighborhood had nice squirrels in it. I don't know about ours.
Vicious terrorists.
We have basically a band of rogue squirrels that kind of play by their own rules.
They're rogue adolescents.
Freewheeling bad boys.
That play by their own rules.
And I actually am a little bit frightened of the squirrels. I'm not gonna lie.
What about King Squirrel?
King Squirrel has established himself to be the dominant squirrel in probably all of the West Coast.
Can you mimic what the King Squirrel sounds like?
No, I would never dare. He'll hear me and he'll come for me. He'll think I'm a challenger to his throne.
He likes to torture our cat Mitch. Mitch!
Someone had mentioned this before. Mitch had attacked me pretty badly on a past episode. And I did get stitched up, and I've been okay. The wound is not infected.
He's healed.
I'm healed up. Mitch is all right. He's fine. Don't worry about him.
Don't worry about Mitch. I'm going to put a couple of these blue ones down here on the bottom left corner, too.
Oh! Time, everybody. Bonus round. That means it's time to remind everybody about the delicious Califino tequila. Use the discount code PPUSA when you're checking out at califino.com, and you will get 25% off your deliciousness. Califino, everybody. A fine quality product.
All right, guys. We just got a couple of quick steps to finish up here. I know we don't have a lot of time on our side. So what I want to do next is I'm going to keep this medium brush in hand just because I already have it loaded with blue. And what I'm going to do is mix blue with a tiny dab of black paint. This is going to make a navy blue for us. This is the color of our little beach, also for the 3 wave sets, and a couple little areas of cloud coverage in the sky. So mix it up for yourself. It looks kind of like a navy blue or like a denim blue. Blue with a little black. Black is strong paint color, so use it wisely. Let's first just block in our beach so we finish the rest of our painting. Well, so the rest of our painting has at least a coat of paint on it. Blocking that in. Hey.
It's a little beach. Why, hello there.
I really do like your hair.
Thank you. It's a lot of work to wear like this all the time.
Now you know how it is to be a girl.
It's funny, there was a time when this was the desired fashion. Bob Ross wore it better than anybody, I will say that.
It was the time.
That was his afro, he owned it, it was timeless on him.
It looked good.
And you can't imagine Bob Ross with any other style of hair.
Really, he was his trademark.
Tribute to Bob Ross. One more word up to Bob Ross.
To Bob Ross. Hang in there, buddy.
Thank you, Bob Ross.
We'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you. Hopefully not too soon.
The next thing I want to do is I want to put in the sets. The sets are literally just wavy lines that kind of come in across the whole water, and I have 3 of them. We'll start this one lower, then we'll do the middle one, and then the one farther back. The thing about this is you already have very wet paint going on here. Obviously, if you have more time at home, you can wait in between these steps, but we are going to cake the paint on, so you need to do this very thick. Make sure there's enough paint on your brush so it sticks on top of the paint in the background. All right, this first one is low. We'll just kind of swing it low. Sweet sure is. And it can be a little thicker because we are going to end up putting some whitewash on top.
It seems like they're closer together on this side than they spread out and kind of follow the shoreline.
It might just depend on what angle you'd like for your waves. Is it a right? Is it a left?
It's a left. It's always a left.
Why? What if it's
left
not?
are better.
So it's not always that way. You just like them better.
If you're going to draw it, draw left.
All right. Well, someone's biased to the left. He's a lefty himself. All right. So next one coming in from maybe a little further up, not necessarily touching the beach, but kind of starting in the water, We're going for it. And I'm just trying to thicken that up a little bit.
I'm
We're
gonna-
getting messy.
While she's doing this, guys, I'm going to trail off a little bit and remind you we are here every Monday and Friday at 4 o'clock on the Quarantine Network. We are making awesome projects for you. Next Friday will be the Glow Party 3.0. We want to thank the Quarantine Network for having us. We want to thank Califino Tequila. Califino, everybody. Use the discount code PPUSA. You get 25% off. There's a link above for Venmo and PayPal if you want to send us a little something sweet to contribute to our costume and wig fund. And we appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you for
thank you guys.
everybody tuning in. Take care of each other. And Karissa's going to take this thing home for you.
What's your timing?
We got like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. All right, I'm doing these quickly. So I have 3 sets. They kind of look messy. Don't worry, we're going to put some whitewash on top in just 1 second. I really just want to make sure we get a couple dark clouds up here. So I'm just going to dab in, literally with my brush, dab, dab, dab. A couple little formations around the tangerine. We're going to smear those in with our finger too. Dab, 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 dab.
Dab, dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab.
Little dab-a-doo.
Dab, dab, dab.
Happy little dabs. All right, so real quickly, and so I'm just gonna really smear my finger now, kind of soften those in, making them look a little bit more like clouds. Okay,
Shout out again to all our live viewers. Thank you for being here. We are Bob Ross.
and Barb Ross.
I think we just collected Bob Ross.
Okay, we're collectively Bob Ross. Last step, guys. I'm just gonna put a little dark little streaks weight in the back here. And then very last step is,
Again, if you're doing this at home, maybe pause, wait for it to dry a little bit. Hit it with a hair dryer. It's
the
easier
last
that way.
step is easy. We're gonna put the whitewash on the beach, also on the waves, and just a couple little things in the sky. The first thing I want you to do before you even start painting it is put some white on your little finger and make sure that sun, we're making our sun, it's gonna land right in front, on top of right above our reflection.
In line
okay?
with the reflection.
And the next and last part is the white. So we're going to do dabs of white just sitting on top of the sets of waves. So I'm really just caking it on here. I'm going to go back in and smooth those in with my finger. Yes, I am.
Babers, I love you very much. I hate to cut you short, but it's that magic moment.
Okay, well.
I think people, you got the gist of it, right? You kind of follow, and then you're going to do that one at the top and then follow it up with the shoreline, right?
Yep.
All right.
Sorry,
Well,
we did
again-
bigger canvas today.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that is our time, everybody. We want to thank you so much for
Thank you
tuning
guys
in
so
live.
much.
We are thirsty for likes, thirsty for shares, so like and share. And that's it. We are Paint Party USA. We are Bob
Party
Ross.
USA.
Well, real quick.
What's that?
Stay home. Cheers.
Oh.
Stay home, everyone. And we will see you on Friday, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm going to keep painting.
Paint until the last second that you do it.